Hi, welcome back to the Paper Turtle. This is Mary, and I have another haul video for you today. I had some fun going to, I think it was one estate sale, several thrift shops, and a couple of yard sales. And I also have, I believe, something from Tuesday morning and Hobby Lobby. So let me get started, and I don't want to drag this out to be this really long video. I don't have tons and tons of stuff, but I have plenty to show you. Okay, so let's see. Yard sale. Went to a yard sale. This was supposed to be like a gigantic yard sale, and with like many, many vendors, and there were 4 vendors there. But I'm going to chalk that up to the weather. It was drizzly and rainy and stuff. So one of the vendors at this yard sale had some sewing supplies and stuff. So I picked up these. She had a box full of the trims and everything. So she was selling them for $1 each. So I picked up a few of them. There's this jungle green, parakeet. This one is taupe. It was bought at Ames. You know that's old. This one is, what color? Light blue. This is a pink little rickrack, which I like. And then these we put together to do 2 for 25 cents. This one is a, I don't know, a tan brown color. This is kind of a really pretty dusty pink. There's not much on there, but it's pretty. And then this one I thought was different and really cool. It's got, I don't know, dots. I guess they're dots. Different colors. Very 70s looking to me. Those colors are. There's, of course, no date on it. But there's no barcode either, so it very well could be from the 70s. And then this one, which I thought was really pretty. But then she had some fabrics. And in the bins of fabrics, and it was starting to sprinkle out. And she was out in the open, so I only grabbed a few because it was raining and she wanted to cover everything. So I only got a few. But I grabbed this one, not realizing that it was the same pattern as this. So I think that this was made. You can see the edges of the trim there. It was very well done. It's very even and very nice. I would not have known that this was made out of this. So I have fabric and the trim that matches it. This one, this is a pretty good sized piece. She obviously was a quilter because she had all these pieces that were, you know, these small patterns that they use in quilting. That blue one, this brown one. And I think I've mentioned before a few times that I'm a Raggedy Ann collector. One of these days I'll show you parts of my collection. But she had this piece of, I don't know what you call these, but they're things that you cut out and make things. So this was Christmas ornaments, and they're all Raggedy Ann and Andy on them. And I don't have one of these. I have lots and lots of things in my collection. Oh, there's a name, Raggedy Ann and Andy ornaments. But I have not seen one of these, and I don't know when they're from. I'm going to guess the 80s. So I was happy to grab that and add that to my collection. That won't be used in my junk journaling. This is just for my stash of Raggedy Ann and Andy stuff. So that was that yard sale. I picked up at a thrift shop some more lavender hem tape and this yellow, which appears to be wider. The pattern looks like it extends, like there's a middle and then the 2 ends here. So that's a little different. So I picked that up. Then at I don't know if it's the same thrift shop, different thrift shop, I don't know. I don't remember. But I got all these pieces. Let me grab them here. All these little pieces of trim. that they were just thrown in a box loose, and I just gathered them all up and took them up there, and I think I got them for like 50 cents or something. This is a green, and they're all off-white with a color. And they're very pretty. You know, so this one's just a tiny little piece, but that's big enough for something in a junk journal. And this one is a dusty mauve color. So those are good. And oh, I also picked this up. A Raggedy Andy outfit. I don't think that it's very old because it has Velcro on it, so it's not an older one, it's a newer one. But I do have some dolls that don't have any clothes, so these are very hard to find, the Raggedy Ann and Andy outfits. So this was actually the first one I've ever found. Well, no, I have found others at a Raggedy Ann Expo show that I've been to. Yes, they have those for us collectors. So then the estate sale, I was surprised to find some things out because it didn't seem to be a very good one. But I did find some things, because you always can. I found this. I guess it was a little dresser scarf, maybe? It's small. I don't think that it's hand done or anything, but it's quite vintage looking, and it's very pretty. So I got that for $1. I thought that was really nice. Then at the same estate sale, I got this. I think $1. I don't think it's hand done. I think I can easily cut that apart and use these little things. So that'll be good. And then I picked this up just because I thought it was really pretty. And it has, not only does it have this netting lacy fabric, it has this applique. And I think that I can just separate the applique right from, somehow, from the lacy fabric. So there's a pretty good size of this. And the applique runs like that. So, you know, for $1, that's not bad. Then at the same estate sale, I picked up this roll of wallpaper border. They had another one that was opened, so I was able to open it up and see what was on it, and then I grabbed the one that was unopened. It's got sailboats and preservers and, you know, the whole nautical theme thing. There's a lighthouse. So that'll be good for my nautical book if I ever get to it. And at that, let's see, that estate sale, also I picked up these for $1. They're Creative Memories photo splits. I use these in my scrapbooking, so I grabbed those because they're expensive. And then on to thrift stores, I picked up this. It's not old or anything, but I liked the size of the binder. And it has these pages in it that are blank. There's a lot of them, recipe pages, and they're all blank. And then it has the dividers. And it has these pouches, which I think I'm going to soak because they seem to have, I don't know if it's just because they're on top of each other or if they're on top, because they're on top of this yellow. They just seem a little discolored. So they're plastic, so I can just soak those in some soapy water and clean those up. But the rest of the book is, you know, it's clean and it's in good shape. And I liked the small size of the 3-ring binder. So this will all get covered and it will become a really cute little journal. Then I found this is so cute. It is Jemima Puddle Duck and Her Friends coloring book, and it's a Beatrix Potter illustrations. And I did find one page was torn out of it, but otherwise, here's the torn out page. Otherwise, this has not been colored in. and they're so cute. And it's a really nice size. I could use these as a page in a signature. So that was super cute for 25 cents. Then, let's see. At the, back to the estate sale. No, this was not the estate sale. This was a thrift shop. A little bit more, $2, a little bit more than what I would normally pay for something like this. However, the covers, front and back, are a good thick cardboard, chipboard. And then the pages are craft paper, which I thought was a little bit different. I don't have too much craft paper. Usually when I get these journals, they're, you know, a very lightly colored paper or white. So I thought that this was a little bit different. And I think I can take, well, I don't think, I know I can take this apart and use the front and back cover as a journal cover. And it has a pen and a thing for a pen and a closure already done. So all I have to do is decorate it. I mean, I'm going to take it apart and use the paper in something else and use the front and back as a journal cover for another journal. So I figured that was worth $2 because I get all the paper and a journal cover. Oh, back to the estate sale. I found a Reader's Digest book. I just liked the color. I have a stash of these. I really didn't need it, but I liked this color. And it's actually in pretty good shape, so I may not have to replace the spine. I don't know. We'll see. So that was, I just grabbed that. And they had this paper. It says that it's fine granite paper. And it's an off-white color. It is watermarked, but you can't really see it that much. But it's kind of a, I don't know, it's a nice texture. It's not quite like resume paper, parchment. It's not quite parchment, it's softer. And I'm not sure exactly how you would describe this, but it's nice. Well, fine granite paper is how they described it, so whatever that's worth. So that, I paid $1 for it. And let me see, what else have we got here? I have a few more things. I have one particular thing I'm saving for last because it is so cool. Let me shift things around a little bit here. Let's see. At a thrift store, I found this. I don't know if it's worth 50 cents or not because it's partially used. It's Tim Holtz reinforcement things. And it's, I don't know how many have been torn out of it, but this sheet is partially used. And really, once you take the reinforcements off, you're not going to really see too much of the pattern left, I don't think. But it's something different, and I am using reinforcements in my binder journal. So I just grabbed it for 50 cents. It's a thrift shop that's for charity, so it's okay. My 50 cents can go to them. Then I found this book, which I thought just is so cute. And this is just to add a little bit of humor into my journals. It is the book for people who do too much. And my cat just jumped on my table. She doesn't want to be in the video. She's going to go back out and leave the door open. So anyway, it's funny pictures of animals. And I just thought that I could make some journaling cards with those. Just add a little bit of fun in some of my journals. And then I picked up this. It was at a yard sale. I think it's the only thing I bought at the yard sale. And it's just a blank journal. But the pages, I don't know if you can see them in this light, but they're a light, very light lavender color. And I don't know if you've watched any of my other videos, but I take journal pages and I tear them out and I use the journaling part, the lines part, on the back of a tag or a journaling spot, or even on a page as the journaling place, a place for journaling. And I just really liked this color. The pages are plain. Sometimes they have flowers or something on them. These are plain, but they are lavender color, which I don't know if you can see very well. And then the front and the back have this pretty pattern on them too. And then maybe at some point I can use that as a cover. Everything's a potential cover. This book I got for free. I went to a thrift store, and the guy that was working there was pulling books off the shelf and putting them into a cart. And he says, if there's any in the cart that you want, you can have them. I'm getting rid of them. And I'm like, are you throwing them out? And he said, well, anything that's been on the shelf for 6 months, we take it off. And he said that they sell it to some charity or organization for like $1 a pound. And they send it overseas for some reason to poor people. I don't, it's books that nobody obviously wants. So I don't know what he was doing with them, but he said that I could have anything in that cart for free. And there really wasn't anything else in there that I wanted. Like I said, these are junk books that have been sitting there for 6 months and nobody bought them. But I did find this one, and it is called Our Own Snug Fireside, Images of the New England Home. I grew up in New England, and so that kind of just caught my eye. And I'll probably read through this before I cut it up, but it has some interesting images in it that I think that I can go through and take out some of the images, and I'm going to read through this and just kind of, I like that. I like the era. It's 1760 to 1860. And I like reading about that era and how people lived, and just, there's a place right near where I grew up called Old Sturbridge Village. It's in Massachusetts. Some of you may have heard of it or been there. And it's a village. It's a working village, and they have the whole, you know, they have a general store and a blacksmith and a candle maker and all of that stuff there. And it's, I imagine that some of these pictures are from Sturbridge Village because it's that same time period. So I like this book, and it was nice to get this for free. Then at a thrift store, this was my big find. This is what I really, really, really liked. These are placemats. And look at how gorgeous they are. I know a lot of you are into the boho journals right now, and won't this make a beautiful cover? They're not old. They're from Pure One. They look like they haven't even been used. I don't think they've ever been washed or anything. The tags are crisp and clean, and these were 50 cents each. 50 cents each for these. Won't that make a beautiful cover on a boho journal? Yes, it will. So I'm going to keep one, and I'm going to put 2 in my Etsy shop. Not sure what I'm going to sell them for yet. Now that you know what I paid for them, I feel guilty selling them for very much. But they're beautiful. And I'll probably throw some other things in with them. Maybe a few buttons, or maybe some ribbon or trim to go with it or something. And yeah, I'd like to see somebody get these and make some beautiful journals out of them. Because I probably won't make one for a long, long time. I have so many things on my list of things to do. Then, at some point, I went to Hobby Lobby. I missed the big clearance sale, so they didn't have very much on clearance at all. I only got 2 things, and only one of them was on clearance. This was on clearance. They're mini craft sacks. It was 74 cents, and there's it says 20 pieces in here, and they're just little decorative bags. They're paper, And a little pineapple and some leaves. And I like the flamingos. And just a black and white stripe. And sunglasses. For 74 cents. I thought it was cute. I really usually like to only put things that I find in estate sales and thrift shops in my journals. But every once in a while, I run across something or I just have to get something that is cute and I like it. And same with this ribbon. This was actually 50% off. So I got it for $3. And it's the little rosettes in the 3 different colors. So those are pretty. And then I went to Tuesday Morning, and they had a few things that were new to me and new at Tuesday Morning, so I picked a few things up. There's this Bow Bunny chipboard, layered chipboard is what it's called. And I just really liked the colors, and I'll probably use that more in scrapbooking than in my journals. They had these planner clips. There's a star, camera, a banner, a heart. I think that's a llama. And I don't know what the mystery one underneath the price tag is. I guess I have to open it up to find out. It is some kind of critter. Can you see it? I don't know what it is. I'm going to say it's a cat, maybe a fox. I don't know. That's a llama. I got the heart, the star, the camera, and the banner. So I guess that can be whatever kind of critter you want it to be. And there's 2 of each of those in there. And that was, what did I pay for that? $1.99. So that wasn't too bad. And then, whoops, sorry for crunching the package. I hate it when people do that. I don't hate it. It's just, I don't want to annoy you. Then there's these stamps that I got, which I really liked the owl. That was really the one that made me buy it. But I like the owl and I like the bee and the bird. I have a lot of bird stamps, so I really didn't need that one. But and the tree too is a little bit different. So, and the pine, the acorns. So I thought that was worth $2.49. And this is some chipboard die cuts. There's a few cute, interesting things in there. If you can see all those pictures on the back. The only thing that I'm not crazy about is that some of these have the white border around them. And I'm not real crazy about that. But it all depends on what page I'm working on and how it's going to look on the page. Sometimes I trim it off and sometimes I'll ink it just to get rid of that white border. But it's not bad, and I think there's a lot of useful things in there. And then I picked up these envelopes. I'll open them up with the clasp on them. I didn't have any of these, so that'll be fun to work with. And this 6x6 paper pad, it is an Echo Park for the Record 2. Sorry, I should have done this. And it's got some blues and yellows, which I want to do a blue and yellow journal. So I've been, whenever I see the blues and yellows, I pick them up, because for a long time you couldn't find navy blue pattern scrapbook paper. It just wasn't, you know, they go in waves as to what the in colors are, and it just wasn't an in color. But I've been seeing a lot more of it lately. So when I see it, I pick it up just to have it. And I like some of these patterns. I really like working with the 6x6 paper in my scrapbooks. I think I have that one in another pad. That's pretty. It's more green than blue, but it's pretty. And that's my haul for today. That's all I got, which is plenty. Now I have to put it away. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Subscribe and like, and keep an eye on my Etsy shop. I keep saying this, but one of these days I'm going to take the time to work on that shop and put some fun, good stuff up there, because I have a lot of it, and I think you'd have some fun shopping in my shop if I could get it up there. But yeah, go ahead and take a look at it and mark it as a favorite, so that when I do put stuff up there, you'll get notified on it. Anyway, I will see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.